There you go. Normal loses to psychic. We're gonna get inside of his friggin' brain, dude. Oh, normal loses to ghost. Get ready, brother. Nightshade. It doesn't affect the opposing Raticate? Oh, what? He's so strong. Sorry, we got a dang old double kick. Ghost doesn't affect normal? Somebody tell Mathis. He's gonna be very offended. Oh. Oh. Crunch. You're a coward. Yes, Mathis has a podcast where he talks about ghosts. Yo, he might be right about aliens, though, right? Like, I know we've been kind of like... I'm a huge skeptic. But there have been a lot of those reports recently. You know, like from fighter pilots, and also it was reported on in the New York Times that go look it up, okay? And don't go to the top 10 results on Google. You gotta go to page 15. Don't listen to the... But I'm telling you, I'm not saying it means there's aliens. I'm just saying it makes you think. Hold on. I need to use a revive, which will be in my medicine pocket. How come I have 8 in this game and I have 4,000 in Pokemon Go? I'm not saying aliens exist and have visited Earth. All I'm saying, yo, this is freaking Ryu, is there are a lot of people that are otherwise apparently of sound mind that have UFO sightings. And I know that there are plausible explanations that, although being seemingly improbable, are probably more probable than an incredibly advanced alien spacecraft being on Earth. But it does make you, like, sometimes you see some, he avoided the attack, pardon me, sir. Sometimes you see, like, you know, 3 lights appeared over Los Angeles. And then you look at it and you're like, come on, dude. That's a ski hill in the distance. And sometimes there's, you know, like a fighter pilot and his entire squadron up in the sky are like, we saw some funky stuff, and it didn't look like an Antonov. And I'm like, man, I mean, I'm on the fence, but you're starting to, you took me from 0 to 1%. From 0 to 1. Right on his freaking snout. Yeah, all I'm saying is when I was playing X-Plane, I saw a device. It looked like a large seamless rhombus. It flew at speeds that changed directions, so the G-forces would have ripped a man apart. Get out of here, Ryu. Boom. Don't you dare patronize me. Oh, here we go. Caitlin sent out Goldine. No patronizing necessary, by the way. You are about to be destroyed. Probably I got you already, but here's the thing. Tomo's been taking some heat, so we're gonna put in Ruka for this one. He's ready to go. I always find it weird that Goldeen is just sort of like hanging out on the terrestrial plane. That's all right, I'm not concerned. Give him a little zippy zap. Uh-oh. Yo, this Goldeen is too strong. I agree, like, skepticism is great, don't get me wrong. And I mean, it's great in, like, almost all situations. It's great in this situation as well. It snapped out of its confusion. Like, I'll hit you with something, and it might sound hypocritical. Despite the fact that I'm like, you know, maybe aliens have visited Earth. When people are like, how do you feel about ghosts? I'm like, do you think I'm 4 years old? Obviously, there's no such thing as a ghost. It doesn't make any sense. How with all... Nobody has ever captured footage of a ghost. If they did, it would be like the great... Can you imagine the amount of news coverage that it would get if proof of some kind of, you know, astral plane beyond the one on which we can perceive and exist? If that existed, it would be the biggest news of all time by far. But you could say, like, literally the same thing about UFOs. So, you know, I'm just saying I ain't got a leg to stand on. I know, by the way, I keep going up the same freaking way here. How do you explain the ghost ball? Now that's a question for the ages, dude. Because the thing is, it's a ghost ball. Another freaking Raticate, dude. Look, I'm just exploring temporarily. Oh, is this Shiny Dratini area? Yo! Who needs to evolve, dude? Oh, he's bouncing! Okay, get back to the middle, please. Get back to the middle. Thank you. Oh, we were so close to an excellent there. What a shame. You were so close to catching it, too. Oh. I did go to the Pokémon Cafe when I was in Japan. If you're not abreast of the situation, Japan is very big on themed cafes. I went to the Final Fantasy XIV cafe with Kate before. I'm trying to think of what else. Did we go to the Kirby Cafe? I don't remember. Anyway, like, it's different. It's hard to explain to some extent because, like, I don't really like the themed cafes for me personally. But, Kate wanted to go, so I was like, sure, let's go. The thing is, it feels like counterintuitive to my snobby demeanor to go to a restaurant that's like, hey, the food is like, meh, not really like great, and also very expensive. But like, at some point, a person in a Pikachu costume is gonna come out, which is exactly what happened. But it was fine. Like, it wasn't a bad time. This is Geodude, by the way. He was seated. I did not hug the Pikachu. But, dude, so when the Pikachu came out in its costume, it's just a person in a big costume, right? When it came out, it was like the last Tickle Me Elmo. Was like, there, we got one more Nintendo Wii in aisle 6. Whoever wants it, first come, first serve. People like jumped out of their seats and like got down on their knees in front of the Pikachu to take photos of it. People were losing their freaking minds. I will keep battling. Not to suck its dick. It was a female Pikachu. You can tell because it had a heart tail. They also went like, do not touch the Pikachu except on its hands. I don't know if they've had, you know, situations in the past where somebody has touched the Pikachu in an area that was not on its hands. But they were very adamant. Only touch it on its hands. I knew you could do it. It's not that hard. It's a game for children. Wait a minute, I didn't even see what you were sending. Are you sending out another Geodude? That's absurd, dude. Dude times 3. But it was cool. I had... The thing is, they only have like a couple of different things on the menu. It's... Let me put it this way. It's not made for a 185-pound man to eat at. It's made for like... You know, you get like a little snack. Or for meals for children. I'll tell you, because so I got the curry rice. It was like the only adult-sized portion on the menu. Kate got whatever the heck the feature plate was, and it was so it was a Hamburg steak, which is basically like a hamburger patty with no bun, a little bit of spaghetti, a single tempura shrimp, like just a lot of like various miscellaneous foods all on the same plate together. And then after you ate, you got to keep the plate. They gave you like a good plate. Oh, I forgot the ball back there. Okay, hold on. It was not for 9,000 yen. That was like, it was like 1380 or something. So it was like a $15 plate. But that's the thing, like when you're, you know. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to get the ball, please. You're paying a premium to be there, of course. You got 5 Pokeballs. After 5 years of having Amazon Prime, I finally figured out how to use my Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you. Is anybody else having trouble figuring out how to use their Twitch Prime subscription? I would love to inform you how to do so. Did you go to a maid cafe again? No, I will never go to a maid cafe again as long as I live, and I've told Kate the same thing. It's very uncomfortable. I didn't want to go in the first place. Dude, I don't know. Goddish hasn't had much of a chance here. Why don't you go out there? Kate wanted to go. She thought it would be cute. And I think she had an okay time. But, I mean, this was like 3 or 4 years ago. What happened? I mean, it's just awkward. You know, you order like, you know, you're like, I'll take a melon soda. And then when they come back, they give you the melon soda. And they treat you like you're 4 years old. Here's your melon soda, sweetie. But before you get it, we have to use some magic. You got, okay, so do after me. And you make like the half hearts with your hands. You go, moi, cute. And then they're like, oh, your soda's magic. And then they clap for you like you just did a trick and you're a pet or something like that. It's a fucking disaster. I hate it. What's hilarious is that... Oh, Fearow? As a flying type. Hold on. I will switch my Pokemon. What's hilarious is that the maid cafe... it seems like it's still very popular in Japan. So, I mean, there's hundreds, at least, that we walk by in Tokyo. But then beyond that... They've now started to, like, speciate, almost. We saw a maid cafe that is also a hookah bar. So it had like a Japanese lady in a maid outfit smoking a hookah. And I went, it's just, I can't even imagine what the demographic and attitude is like inside of that maid hookah bar. Like, I've been to weird hookah bars / pizzerias in Canada, and I'm always like, it's a little like weird in here. To throw in the maid cafe element beyond that is just like, it's a little too much. Too much for me. Is there pizza in Japan? Oh, there's pizza. I didn't have any pizza, but there's pizza. Oh, I thought I figured it out. What? Did you hear that? The heck was that? Quonk, 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 quonk. It is. It's Krabby, dude. I knew it. Bodied. Oh. It's just that easy. Mathis, evolve. Coward! Kingler seems pretty cool. I like Krabby. He's got a cool sound. He goes, ground, 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 ground. Don't deny it. You know it to be true. Hold on. What's going on down here? Where is my Squirtle? Dude, I'm with you, dude. I want a Squirtle. Whoa, hey. You're the kid that's been getting in our way all the time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's because of you that Team Rocket's reputation was totally smashed. We'll never be able to face the boss at this rate, which means we'll have to take our revenge on you. Uh-oh. 4 of them. Hold it. Yo, it's Gary, dude. That's not Gary. That's a Lapras? Yo, what? Ganging up on a child? I absolutely can't forgive that. Who are you, lady? We'll gang up and take you on, too. I'll handle these 3. Could you take that other one for me? Leave it to me. It's Bayonetta. What do you got? I'm going to say it's a Ekans. Close. Okay, here's the thing. You're gonna go to sleep. Got one. Exactly. Austin, what's the best gun in Tarkov? Wrong. It's the TT. Or the Taz. I'll take either one. Of course I know Kadabra won't evolve unless it's traded. The thing is, I don't have any friends. Bodied. Yeah, I gotta trade with Kate. Level up. No levels. Dude, the last 3 videos that Dan has published in Tarkov are some of the funniest content I think he's ever made. Next to the unintentionally hilarious content of him trying to beat Tetris 99 despite not having any chance. I am Lauralee. Shall I freeze you all solid too? We surrender. Okay, you know, like whatever. The first video where Dan took 24 grenades into Factory was hilarious. He just pops in, just starts tossing them into nothing. Just throwing grenades into the ether. And then after that, going in, trying to convince people to hydrate with just all white gear and a bunch of water bottles while spamming like, hold your fire, cease fire, hold your fire. So good. I would like to rest my Pokemon, please. And then I will say the last one where he tried to get people to help him clean the bathroom. It's a great idea. Maybe it didn't work out so well in practice, but you gotta admire my man's ingenuity. Oh, hey, congratulations, sir. Heard that some kind of ghost has been appearing in Lavender Town. That's Gengar, dude. I'm an ace trainer. You know what? More power to you. We're a lot tougher to beat than your ordinary trainers. Be ready for a real challenge if you let one of us spot you. The types of Pokemon match up differently with each other. Oh, no kidding, Grandpa. Good to halfway through the game. Hit you with something there. You found 3 great balls. Man. 1.5 people are going to be very upset. The rock tunnel is a tough place. Why don't you train here before we go? Oh, alright. Put the crab in? Genius, because we're going into the rock tunnel. Smart move. Okay. Dude, I do like Poliwhirl. Playing Pokemon Go has like, it's, had me like rework my power rankings for Pokemon, you know? I still love Squirtle. I've always been a Squirtle guy, even when I was a child. But like, oh, we got some Rav. I apologize. Should be back now. But now I'm like, I'm learning all these Pokemon that I never really gave like the... Yo, thank you, Tomo. That I never really gave the time of day back in the day. Like, all the Polys. Poliwhirl, Poliwag. Any Pokemon with gloves is cool in my book, dude. Like, my man's so happy to exist, agreed. But beyond that, look at that, he's flossing. Dusted. Mr. Mime? Dude, I got no problem. You want to trade me a Mr. Mime? I got about 100 Farfetch'd. And what's the other one? I got about 75,000 Volbeats. If you guys want to trade, well, you gotta be in like within 100 meters or something like that. But I'm saving all these Japan-only regionals. Try to trade them away. I did see Larian Studios' tweets about Baldur's Gate 3. Sorry, I was laughing. That's not the move you should use there. I was laughing at the comment that said, on the May 30th, 2018 NLSS, you called Mr. Mime and Jinx brain dead. Which... What? You know, Jinx in particular is a pretty bad Pokemon. I have to think that if they could build a time machine, they would go back and remove Jinx from the game. They would replace it with something else. It's not very effective, by the way. It did almost kill me.